In a unique fantasy universe, the story opens. A somewhat ordinary-looking individual is seen moving with medieval warriors. They are conversing as they go through the woodland. They soon come across a scared man in the woods. This man alerts the soldiers of a large beast that is assaulting his town close by. After attacking victims, this beast returns to its castle. The knights make the decision to look into the map. The common man, Ivan Nadanov, hails from contemporary Russia but is now a part of this magical universe. Ivan is adamant about his abilities, even if the knights believe he is weak. Even going to the villager, he assures him that he would battle the beast by himself. Ivan and the other knights begin their search for the monster by scouting the forest. A dense fog that makes it difficult to see is about to arrive. Ivan becomes anxious after becoming separated from the other knights. Ivan has no armor and only a taser that he can hardly use, while the rest of them all have powerful shields and swords. Ivan soon hears a frightful voice coming from the fog. It appears that he has located the monster. When he tries to flee, the remaining knights show up. The monster, which can fly and crash very quickly, is actually a demon ball. It is known as a Kalibak and is extremely hazardous. Many of the knights are struck and sent flying. Ivan enters the conflict and attempts to kick the monster away, but it bites his shoes. The soldiers made the choice to provoke a strike from the Kalibak, but the lead knight hits one with a mallet and puts it in a bag. Ivan and the knights decide to return to the... Meanwhile, we see a young child getting lost in the big city. She's afraid and by herself. She soon discovers a magical flower close to a house. The girl is enthralled by this flower because it is shining so brightly. A woman then finds the girl and offers to help. The woman briefly tries to touch the flower but recoils out of fear. Ivan leaves and goes home. Despite spending so much time in this magical world, he is still getting used to it. He has brought many items from the outside world as a result. He owns a contemporary microwave, refrigerator, and other appliances. Vasilisa the Wise, his girlfriend, who is from this world, shows up soon. They've had a comfortable life since their previous many adventures. She has brought him some pancakes to heat up, but the electricity goes out before Ivan can make his meal. When Ivan steps outside, he discovers that a different knight has ruined his generator. Ivan is upset because this has happened previously. Vasilisa is informed later that he desires for them to visit his world and get married there. They argue because Vasilisa prefers this magical world and considers it her home. She has no intention of relocating to the developed world. Ivan tries to give Vasilisa a lipstick as a gift to cheer her up, but she eats it because she doesn't know what it is. When the woman takes the young child to her home, the girl soon begins to feel ill. It appears that something dangerous has infected both the woman and the girls. Baba Yaga, a notorious and extremely dangerous witch who resides in the woods, is where the woman takes the young child. After examining the girls' markings, Baba Yaga informs them both that they cannot be cured and that a great evil has infected them. Ivan quickly returns to his modern world through a portal to unwind after that. He gets in the shower and goes shopping. In the fantasy world, he purchases food that he will later transport to the village. He enjoys giving the villagers new tools when he returns to help them. Ivan discusses his life and abilities with his father. While his father believes that he is destined for greatness, Ivan believes that he simply wasn't made to be a warrior. Ivan believes his mother is the one he is most like. Although his father is very secretive about her life, he wants to learn more about her. Ivan wants to make his father proud and prove himself because he is more self-conscious about his abilities. Ivan often finds himself in hot water because the other knights enjoy making fun of him. Ivan feels that the knights are treating the enormous troll cruelly when they bring it out of the forest one day. Ivan does not get along with Finist the Falcon, one of the main knights. Finist mocks Ivan for being weak as the two begin to argue. Ivan soon becomes even more insecure as a result, and he tries to hone his magic and sword techniques. He fights with Vasilisa as a result of this not being well received. Ivan believes that he is unworthy of her, and she believes that he is also weak. In the interim, an evil force seizes control of the woman and the girl. An evil voice commands them to obey its commands and serve it. Ragaleb, according to the malicious voice. In the village, there is a competition that includes many skill-based matches. In the midst of Finist and Ivan's own competition, one knight engages a merman in combat. Ivan demonstrates his abilities as a good soldier and an agile person. He scales a tall pole, then uses cunning to defeat opponents in a game. When three shadowy beings soon enter the village, the tournament is soon stopped. One of the wicked witches is recognized by Ivan as being his former earthly maid. As they begin attacking everyone, the good soldiers become infected and turn evil. The three of them, Ivan, Vasilisa, and Finist, must repel them. Finist is a cunning and brutal warrior. Vasilisa vanquishes a lot of foes. Ivan observes his father engaged in combat and attempting to repel the foe. The village's wizard makes an effort to combat the witch, but he fails. The magical sword is what the witches are after. Just in time, Baba Yaga arrives and provides Ivan and his friends with the sword they need to flee. Later, as they hide from the evil forces, she tells them a legend from long ago about an evil that has come back. Ragaleb, the name of this archaic evil, was once a powerful wizard who yearned for immortality. Later, his apprentice killed his master by turning to the night. Ragaleb has been deep within the earth for centuries, gaining power and turning eviler. We learn that the witches work for Ragaleb, who is attempting to create a new monstrous body but requires Ivan's magical sword in order to do so. Ivan and his friends are being sought after by the witches, who are dispatching their soldiers all over the world. Later, as they hide from the evil forces, she tells them a legend from long ago about an evil that has come back. Ragaleb, the name of this archaic evil, was once a powerful wizard who yearned for immortality. Later, his apprentice killed his master by turning to the night. Ragaleb has been deep within the earth for centuries, gaining power and turning eviler. Ivan, Finist, and Vasilisa will soon embark on a lengthy journey with the assistance of Baba Yaga and the merman. They discover a flying whale and travel to distant lands. They need to track down a warrior who can take down Ragaleb as well as a magic weapon. After a protracted flight, the group eventually lands in a snow-covered forest. Ivan is jealous and insecure, and they continue to argue constantly. He believes Vasilisa prefers Finist to him. The monster ball Kalibak is traveling with them as well because it has nowhere else to go. The group must now traverse the dense forest and snow-capped mountains. They soon arrive at a huge stone that requires them to go to the underworld is soon in their sights. Baba Yaga believes they will uncover significant solutions there. They must respond to 3 questions posed by the enormous stone before they are allowed inside. Ivan drives the stone so crazy that it finally gives up, allowing him to enter the land of the dead. He meets his father after falling down a massive hole. Ragaleb apparently killed his father after the fierce battle. Ivan begins to sob as he is devastated. His father advises him to put his trust in himself and to be a great warrior. Ivan is dejected about his father when he exits the cave. The old warrior is soon located, however, he is unable to recall how he managed to defeat Ragaleb. He appears to be a zombie and is quite old. Ivan and his group travel to face the enemy head-on. They must engage numerous soldiers when they return to their village. Many of the evil lord's soldiers are killed by Vasilisa and Finist. The battle soon becomes more brutal as the witches call forth enormous dark dragons. Ragaleb finally assumes his final form. He has blue eyes and is a massive tree monster. The veteran warrior soon loses his head in battle but somehow manages to survive. He still cannot recall how he defeated Ragaleb. Ivan needs the soldier's advice, but he has forgotten. Given how powerful the forces of evil are, the conflict is becoming more brutal. The soldier eventually realizes that Ragaleb draws strength from the earth, meaning there must be a way to stop him. Ragaleb fixes his attention on Ivan and Vasilisa. Ragaleb begins to split the ground open and suffocate the heroes. Vasilisa stumbles inside after becoming trapped. Ivan is scared and irate because he believes his girlfriend has passed away. Suddenly, he and his father are back in the cave. He's experiencing a vision. Ivan questions why he is so weak, but his father assures him that he possesses the strength. Ivan eventually awakens that power and advances to confront Ragaleb. Now that he has the sword, Ivan can use his magic. The battle is enormous and spectacular. Ivan and Ragaleb soon plunge through a portal. Ivan uses his cunning to transport Ragaleb to a Moscow parking lot where he can return to his own world. Ragaleb tries to gather his strength from the earth in his rage, but Ivan mocks him. Ragaleb attempts to fight, but he soon begins to lose life force. Ragaleb will start to vanish in just a few minutes. He warns Ivan that darkness is all around him before ultimately passing away. Then Ragaleb disintegrates into dust. Finist helps Vasilisa emerge from the ground in the magic world, where she is actually alive. Knowing that Ivan most likely passed away makes her sad. Ivan exits the portal that suddenly appears after it has opened. They meet up again and embrace one another. Ivan is now in control of his abilities and is friends with Finist. The two of them venture into the forest to hunt for monsters as usual. They encounter a variety of strange magic creatures on their travels. Even though Ivan and his friends are having a good time, evil still exists. One of the witches has combined with the darkness because she survived. The story's opening character is pregnant and comes across as completely normal. Her stomach begins to hurt soon after, and her eyes quickly become completely dark. Thanks for watching and subscribe to our channel for movies.